Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Briareos Kerensky and welcome to the unboxing of Blue Reflection Quartet. This is the Japanese Nintendo Switch edition that, like I would say all recent Koei Tecmo and Gast limited editions, come in a rather unassuming cardboard box. This time it's fully white with just this illustration on the front cover, and if I'm not mistaken she is the main protagonist of the first game, but I must admit I remember very little, or better next to nothing, of the two Blue Reflection games I played and also the anime. But on the back we see three screenshots to describe the game. This is from the first one. This is probably a generic illustration for the game, and this, well, this is kind of hard to discern, but anyway, technical details, and on the side we have the contents and a small dent to the box, unfortunately, and wow, these are small, I need to zoom in. So we start off with a visual book, an illustration poster, then there is some DLC codes, a A1 tapestry, and then a calendar book, and some cards, and a marker set. And so we take a look at the inside. Let's start off with the wall scroll. So this is the pen, cards, telephone stand, padding, and here comes the prize of this edition, or better, the edition within the edition. Let's unwrap this and take a better look at this box. So let's explore this box that on the front cover has 4 of the heroines from the games in their transformed form. If I'm not mistaken, again, these two, first game, second game, and maybe one of the two are from the other two games. So side just the title, back just the title, alongside the same 3 screenshots, and once again the contents of this edition. Once again, I love to zoom in and check if they are the same list as outside or not. The premium box includes the game, a visual book, a fabric poster, and a DLC code. Then let's remove the obi and let's check this beautiful illustration by Kishida Mel in all its entirety. And then we open the premium box. So, game, of course. DLC code, cloth poster, and art book, and another poster. Starting off with the game, we have the 4 main heroines on the front cover. Spy, nothing out of the ordinary, and on the back the same, I call this an illustration for as a recap for all 4 games, but we do have more screenshots about this, about the 4 games. This is from the first, I think this one as well. This, I guess, is from the mobile game. This is my wild guess, and this one I don't know. Same technical details, 48 megas of save data. Wow, that's large. So, of course, my game city code, a stark white background for an almost stark white cartridge. Well, DLC code, nothing much to say about this. Next we have the poster. This is 59.5 centimeters wide and 42 centimeters tall. On one side we have the line art of the four main heroines as seen on the game's front cover. And on the other side, a timeline of the events of all four games and I guess also of the anime. And I was also surprised to see that this started in 2026. Character visual book, and the front cover has the same line art illustration as the chronology poster, let's call it like that. Unfortunately, a bit of a smudge on the back cover. So let's take a look inside. And considering Kishida Mel is the main character designer, I think I will enjoy this one. Now that I realize this, I've bought the Switch edition most probably because the Switch 2 is only digital, if it even exists. And I'll have to check if there is an upgrade pack. Although I must say, I am interested in playing the mobile sort of spin-off just to see what they did with the male protagonist, because of course Blue Reflection needs a male protagonist, probably the worst choice almost ever made. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what they do with that protagonist in that game. And as much as I am interested in playing it, this has a very low priority. I'm in the closing hours of Kyoto Xanadu, and maybe next week there will be the review of that. Then there will be my vacations, and when I'm back, I'll be swarmed by games, because, for example, I have Platoon Riders. It came in last week about. Still have to start it. Fire Emblem will come out in the middle of my vacations, and then there will be the Switch 2 version of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which for some reason I've started New Game Plus well, a few months ago now, and when they announced it, I said, okay, let's stop playing it and replaying it on Switch 2. But yeah, a lot of designs. Oh, here comes the male protagonist, as generic as he could be. No screenshots from the games. You need to have more illustrations. The tapestry is around 52 centimeters tall and 37 centimeters wide. I say around because this is pure cloth, so borders can shift a bit. And there is nothing much to say about this, except that the printing quality is a bit blurry. Probably this is due to the medium they are printed on. But considering I really enjoy this illustration, I wouldn't have minded these being the wall scroll I'll show later included in the larger limited edition. But yeah, this is a nice illustration on a nice extra. So these are the cards included in the bigger box containing the premium edition. And these are character cards, starting off, of course, with Inako. Okay, the back is completely white. Yuzu and Lime, all the puns in this game. Iori. The border is pink, so it's from the first game, I think. Again, I'm sorry if there are huge Blue Reflection fans out there shouting at me. Of course they are from the first game. Don't you remember? No, I don't remember. And yes, I do remember that I've said this a lot in this unboxing. Which is kind of sad, because the Blue Reflection games, at least the two I've played, are okay. But the characters don't leave much of an impression, to be honest. So, by the way, the names and the not sketches, the doodles on the cards are printed in gold, not in relief. Next we have the calendar set that on the front cover has Yuzu and Lime. And okay, now I need to think on how to do this. Let's do like this for now. And yeah, it's probably easier if I do this. And so it's not a calendar, meaning you have all the 12 months of the day, but of the year, sorry, not of the day, but all the days in a month, and you flip your pages and you see your pretty girls. It's a fine idea, I guess. Or maybe if I do like this, and then go back, yeah. And full circle. I'm gonna treat the next two items as one entry, because we have the cell phone stand that also acts as a whiteboard and the marker to write on said whiteboard. And well, there is nothing much to say other than the whiteboard slash cell phone stand is kind of weird, because you'd think you want the marker on the front, but instead you need to put that on the back as the base, one of the things to keep the marker upright, is also the fit that keep the base upright, and then you have a small plastic circle to keep the marker steadier. And no, I will not try to write on the cell phone stand with the marker and clean it. I am sure Gust did the homework, and I'm not going to ruin this by writing something stupid. I've kept the wall scroll for last because this is larger than many wall scrolls I've seen in other limited editions. We are looking at almost 90 centimeters tall by 60 centimeters wide. And again, I'm going almost because this is cloth, so borders can shift a bit and they will relax based on how you iron them out. And yes, because this is cloth, just like the tapestry in the premium box, you can iron out everything and it's smooth as silk. The printing quality, like the tapestry, is a bit blurry, but I really like the high definition of the print because you can clearly see the artist's strokes on, I think this is Inako's figure. And as I said, with the tapestry, I would have preferred the tapestry's illustration to be on this wall scroll rather than Inako's. Mind you, I enjoy girls in bikinis as much as the next guy, but I prefer that other illustration more. But before closing this video, there is a single pre-order extra, and it's this poster you see here. It's the usual size of 59.5 centimeters tall and 42 centimeters wide, and depicts Inako in a swimming pool with a school swimsuit and half of her schoolgirl uniform. And just like the rain in the game, it's semi-transparent, so yeah, it's a clear poster with multiple meanings of clear. I will consider this one of the quirky limited editions from Gust, mostly due to the whiteboard / cell phone stand with the marker, the calendar and the character cards. The art book is nice. I would have preferred a bit of Mel Kishida art rather than screenshots and character models from the game, but it's a nice addition. There is no soundtrack, which is strange, but I honestly don't remember any of the Blue Reflection games from a great soundtrack. The wall scroll is nice, the cloth poster is very nice, I like that illustration very much. And if you are a Blue Reflection fan, I'd say that this is a decent limited edition. A first hour play of this game will follow, but not of all of the 4 games. I think I will just play the mobile spin-off because I'm more interested in that than anything, just to see what they did with that. And for sure there will be no review due to my other commitments. Next week it's either a review, if I can manage to write it, or an unboxing. So in the meantime, I hope you have enjoyed this video and you stick around for more. Briario Skarensky, over and out.